Jas, it's so nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
So pretend that I'm a prospect and we're networking, and hit me with your elevator pitch.
Sure. The first thing I would say is my name is Jas and I am a CPA. I'm passionate about helping small businesses with their day-to-day finance management and their bookkeeping. And I also like to help small businesses grow as well through securing small business loans.
Okay, well, there's a lot there. I love it. That's like everything everybody needs if they have a small business. Now, do I have your permission to polish your pitch?
Please.
Okay, so there's a lot that you do, but the good thing is it seems like you do it all for small businesses.
Yes, that's right.
I would love it if you would go even deeper into what kind of small business in terms of industry.
Okay.
Because they gather by industry. Now, they do gather by small business, which you saw. That's how we met.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave that one alone, but let's go to the what you offer.
Okay.
So of the small businesses that you've worked with,
Yes.
what was you can do accounting for them,
Yes.
you can do bookkeeping for them, and then you could do the last thing you said was another thing.
Helping them to grow through getting small business loans.
The loans.
Yeah.
So that's three things that they would normally go to three different people for.
Yeah. Potentially.
Right. So what would you say is the most expensive problem that you solve amongst all those three?
The most expensive problem, if I was to put a dollar with a dollar value in mind, would probably be growing the business and securing a loan.
Okay.
Because that's an unlimited amount of potential that is sometimes unfulfilled because they're unable to get the loans because they are not prepared for the conversation with the bank.
Yeah, I'm liking this. Okay, so talk to me about what kind of industry typically has more of a need for a loan. Something capital intensive, I imagine.
Yes,
right?
so the Canadian Small Business Financing Loan Program, the government shares some of the risk, and they will lend up to $350,000 for equipment. So any type of business that requires equipment financing is eligible. Anybody that has a commercial property, such as a gym, for example, they are eligible for up to about $1 million a loan towards the improvement of that property. So industry-wide, it can vary. It can be a renovation company. It could be somebody opening a brand new gym. I've helped somebody produce projections, cash flow projections, so that he could open up his own gym.
But that has nothing to do with the borrowing, right? The loan.
It's me preparing them for that conversation with the bank.
Understood, but I'm going to position you as two different things. So as one thing, I want you to be an expert in one thing. So if I could dream, I would if that's the most expensive problem is that 3 out of 4 small businesses can never get a loan, therefore are leaving money on the table.
That's right, yeah.
Or they go bankrupt because they can't get a loan.
Yes.
I don't know what the most painful problem is. So what do you think it is?
I think that, yeah, you're absolutely right. They are leaving money on the table. They have great business ideas, but they're not leaning on the right finance people to prepare them for that conversation with the bank. They really need to produce accurate projections and cash flow projections, and a lot of small business owners carry that information in their head, and they don't necessarily put that down on paper. So the problem that I'm hoping to solve is to put all that information down in a format that can then be handed to a small business bank advisor who can see the value in their proposition and where the loan is going to be used.
Okay, and give me a capital-intensive small business industry.
So yeah, like I said, construction companies.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you know that construction companies have their own associations, organizations, their own trade shows.
Yes.
So if I could dream, your marketing plan would be about, and by the way, I wouldn't do this in 5 minutes.
Sure.
Normally with clients, we would do a whole strategy and do research to find out which is the industry we would pick. Let's say it's construction. And you go to a construction event and you meet the owner of a construction company.
Yes.
What your pitch would be would say that 4 out of 5 or whatever it is, either anecdotal or actual, construction companies can never get a loan from a bank because they don't know how to write and speak to a bank. And they leave minimum $1 million a year on the table of revenue.
Yeah.
And what I do, is for a living is I help you write the right words or say the right things. So
That's right.
Does that make sense how
Yes,
you
it
would
does.
change what you're saying to, first of all, you would change where you're networking. I would never have found you if you had been networking with construction workers or
Yeah.
construction industry, and then what you're saying to them would be so specific,
Yeah.
and it would be based on their pain that they're going to be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And that's the way that I help companies. I just take a generic company that's not making as much money and can't get clients because they're too confused minds don't buy and they don't even know where to target.
Sure.
We figure out where to target and then we figure out what to say to them. And that message would be on your website. It would be on your all your social media. It would be on your blogs. It would be on your keynotes. I could see you doing little lunch and learns and keynotes and executive roundtables for these guys.
Yeah.
Doing things on site to help
Absolutely.
them,
Yeah.
So there's your marketing plan.
Perfect. Thank you.
Does
very
that
much.
help?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, so nice to have you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
No problem.